Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Lee with Love. It's my light is like man bright. Okay, now it's not so bad. It's actually better now. Okay, so I'm on today because I wanted to get more in depth about the life path numbers because I remember I brought it up in the last video. What is your life path number? And I talked about it from being numbers 1 through 9 and the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. It's only three of them. But I didn't talk about like what does each one mean. So I'm going to go into that. The life path numbers is your date of birth. When you add up your date of birth, you add it up digit by digit. So it's like November 5th, you go 1 plus 1 plus 5 and then your year digit by digit, one at a time. Until you get a single digit. If you get a double digit number, 11, 22, or 33, that's the master number. The master number. So, and then those are special. Those are special numbers. But I'll go into it when I tell you what it means. But and then you still have to add it. So when you add 3 and 3 together, you get 6. So your life path is 6. And I'm going to go into each life path number as to what they mean, what your life path number means. So, life path 1, it means independent, that you are independent. You are a hard worker, a born leader who would do best being your own boss. So, you pretty much like to be independent. You overcome obstacles easier than others. That means other people can go through situations and things, and it's harder for them to get past it. They get past it, but you get past it easier, easier than them. And that's that. Then there's something unique and special about you that keeps you driven and doesn't allow you to give up on something. If if you're sure it's worth the effort. So if something is worth your effort, your time, you're going to go after it. And you're going to keep going. Like you don't stop. Like you have dedication to it. You have a pioneering spirit and prefer to live and work without restrictions. That's like without someone telling you what to do and how to do it, what you can and cannot do. So you're better when you're your own boss. People are drawn to your strong leadership abilities that you have developed over time. No one starts as a leader. So, a life path one must also possess maturity and a sense of humility. So, people with the life path number 1, they are very, very mature. It doesn't matter how old they are, they seem to be very mature and they seem to be older than what they actually are. And humility, they're humble at the same time. So, they're not assholes, they're not arrogant, they're actually good people. Mature and humble. That's good. And they're very independent. So life path 1 is very independent individual. Now we're going to go to life path 2. That's partnerships. You see the best in everyone. You are loyal, honest, sensitive, and sincere. And you make an excellent mediator. That means like when people are arguing, you can come in the middle and you can solve everything. You can make everything better. That's a mediator. You're a visionary with the ability to analyze almost any situation and bring it to an amicable resolution. That means that you can look at the situation and you can look at both sides, and you won't be judgmental and you won't take sides. You'll try to come to a resolution. You try to find answers to what could be wrong, how to fix it. You're a good mediator, good talker. You have an affinity for music and a knack for creating a healing environment, which is why working in the healing arts, such as massage or physical therapy, could also be for you. On the flip side, you can become insensitive or pessimistic. And no, not what I said, insensitive, not insensitive. That's indecisive. Indecisive is like you can't make up your mind. Like it's hard for you to make up your mind. Pessimistic is a little negative. Like you just think the worst in something. It's not think the worst, but it's like you think twice about it. Like you're not. sure about it. You're pessimistic, like you think something else. You expect a lot from yourself, and you can quickly turn any negative emotion into a positive experience. It's kind of strange because you could be pessimistic. That's negative. That's a little negative. But and then it's like you can turn the negative into a positive experience. So even when you can be pessimistic about something, you can turn it into a positive for yourself. So life path 2 is in reference to partnerships. That's coming in between an argument or a couple's argument. You'd probably be a good therapist that has two people involved, like arguing, not getting along, or just not understanding. Then you can come in, you can talk to them, and then you can find a resolution, a solution to whatever is going on. That's life path 2. So now we're on life path 3, which is creative. Many threes, life path 3s, are writers, actors, or artists. Your optimistic nature opens and lifts up others. You live in the moment. You can be a force of nature that uses your talents to inspire others in numbers big and small. So you can be an inspiration to many people. You can be a small number of people, be a large group of people, and you're open-minded about things, optimistic nature. You can also be very sensitive, so it's important not to put too much emphasis on negative comments you may receive. So those are, people always talk. People always talk. They always have something to say, and it's like you have to not think of the negative so much, because you can have one negative comment and then you can have 100 positives, but don't focus on the negative. Like, you think of all these other people that are thinking so highly of you and so well of you, so it can bother you. But you have to, I guess, not pay attention. It's not a big deal. If you do, you'll hide yourself away for some times. Like, if you pay attention to the negative, it's like if you pay attention to it, you'll hide yourself, or you feel bad, and you don't want to show yourself to people. You're just like in hermit mode. This time may also be when you realize your next project. There's always an upside. So even when you feel down, sometimes you can feel down. That's when you have closure. That's hermit mode. That's when you become the most creative and you think about what you're going to do next. Life path 3 is creative. So you're going to always have something to do, something creative to do. And you don't stay down. And you can take criticism. You're not too keen on criticism. Like, you might let it bother you, but don't let it bother you. Don't let negative things bother you. You always have to stay positive. That's for any life path number. You have to stay positive so that things always work. When you're positive, things always work out in a positive way. When you have a negative mind, bad things always happen because you're so negative. You have to change that mindset. Life path 4 is organized. That makes me think of a neat freak. Like, you like everything organized, neat and clean. And let's see what it says. You like to build things from the bottom up. So that could mean like a home. You could build a home from scratch, from nothing, and you build something there. You're an earthly soul who never shies from hard work. So you like to work. Those you love would say that you're reliable and responsible. And while you work well with others, there's also a slight tendency towards bossiness. So you can be bossy. That's like telling people what to do and how to do it and when to do it, and bossy. You do well. You did well to remember that not everyone has your sense of discipline or tendency towards tenacity. So that means like controlled discipline. Like, what to do. You wake up in the morning every day at the same time. You go to work and you're always on time and you do what you got to do. Not everyone is like that. You can think that everyone is like that, but not everyone is like that. A lot of people don't wake up on time. They go to work late. And, it can bother you. because you're so organized. A less rigid approach, like not being so uptight. So you have to not be so uptight because you can be uptight. Less rigid approach may be needed. You can excel in careers in management, law, banking, construction, and even agriculture and science. That's life path 4. Management, law, banking, construction, and agriculture and science. Agriculture, that's like growing, planting things. The farmer. Construction, that's like building things. Banking and law, because those are numbers. Numbers, law is rules, being organized. That sums it. Life path 4 is organized. Life path 5 is adventurous. You can you can't seem to sit still. Your energy is magnetic and persuasive, and you enjoy your freedom. With your gift for speaking and expressing yourself, as well as your ability to motivate others, you do really well in sales, promotions, or even as a life coach or motivational speaker. You truly have the ability to do anything you set out to do, but it must first be exhilarating, and second, utilize your gift of gabs. That means you like to talk. You like to talk. So it's like when you're doing sales, you know how to talk to people and you can attract people. Like people listen to your words, they gravitate to whatever you have to say. They're like, oh, I want to get that. Like, what does it do? People just like how you speak. You do best in life when you work on being more disciplined and less impulsive. So it's like you have to adventurous. Life path 5 is adventurous. That means that you like to do things not without thinking, but you like to do things spontaneously, you could say. You're adventurous. You're not scared to try anything new. Sales. Work well in sales. That's like selling things. That's talking, because you have to talk to people in order to get them to buy whatever it is that you're selling. And it's saying that when you have life path 5, you have to learn to be disciplined within yourself, because you're so spontaneous. You do things out of impulse, and it's saying not to do things out of impulse. You have to control that and to learn to be a little more disciplined with yourself. That's life path 4. Life path 6, that's my life path. Life path 6 is compassionate. You have a warm, loving disposition. You love nurturing others. Your favorite things are family and home. People often admire you. They find your kindness as well as your other positive traits attractive. You have an ability to ground others going through trying situations. So nursing is a vocational option, or even counseling, as long as you allow people to learn their own lessons. I do talk about that a lot. Like you have to learn your lesson, grow, heal, evolve, learn the lesson, move forward. Yeah, I do that. I talk about that. You also have many creative talents in areas of art, music, healing, as well as working with animals. I love animals. I love music. I love healing myself, because it's when you're single, who's gonna heal you? Nobody gonna heal you, so you gotta heal yourself. Don't wait for people to do shit for you. Do it yourself. You'll be fine. And compassionate, loving, caring. I'm loving, I'm caring. It's true. Life path 6 is compassionate. And it's positive. I'm a positive person. But we're going to go to life path 7. Life path 7 is thinker. You don't mind being alone. I don't mind being alone, but I'm not like path 7. I'm 6. You have a deep spiritual side. You are intuitive and have a broad view of life and beyond. When it comes to socializing, you can be the life of the party, and you may even come forward and sing or perform a magic trick. When it comes to work, however, you are more solitary environment. that's like you like to work alone. You don't like to work with a lot of people. The challenge of Life Path 7 is to maintain and enjoy your independence without also cutting off the outside world. So it's like by like working alone and cutting people off, saying you have to learn to have a balance so you're not completely alone. You're always thinking. Working in the fields of science, religion, or anything that requires research should give you that balance. I'm always researching, I'm always looking up stuff. But I'm like Path 6. I'm compassionate and it has deep spiritual sides. So maybe I'll be like Path 7 in my next life. The challenge, well, is thinker. Like you're just always thinking. And it's interesting how Life Path 7 is fields of science, the religion. Religion is like a priest, pastor, babalao. Like that's something, that's religion. Or anything that requires research. You have to look it up. Look things up. Something that a scientist, yeah, it's a scientist, religion. Anything that requires a teacher is thinking. Like you use your mind a lot. 8 is a visionary. Life Path 8 is visionary. You're often focused on security. You're ambitious and good in business and have a good grasp of how things work in the material world. Therefore, acquiring wealth is not unusual for Life Path 8. In fact, in fact, of all the life paths, the 8 attracts financial success more than any other. Oh, so Life Path 8 is you'll be wealthy. You attract success more than any other. You'll never have trouble getting people excited about your visions for greatness and expansion. But you're also convinced that they don't see things quite the way you do. So you need to promote and encourage from beginning to end. Publishing, real estate, managing a financial firm are all things that could involve yourself in, as long as you can expand it in some ways. Sports, journalism, and even politics are also possibilities. So your mind, like you're not boxed in. Like your mind is open and you can think of things, different things, publishing, real estate, managing a financial firm. Those are so odd. Like they're not common. Publishing is like publishing books, articles, stories. Real estate, that's selling homes. Those are homes, or purchasing homes. Or you can get a home that's all like a shack and then rebuild it and sell it for like 5 times the price that you got it for. Managing a financial firm, is that like managing a bank or something? It's something with money. It's money. You're very successful. So Life Path 8 is very successful in whatever you do. In whatever you do in life, you're gonna be successful in it. You attract wealth, you attract success, financial success, more than any other life path. So Life Path 8 is a visionary. And you're focused on security. So that means you focused on your money. You're ambitious and good in business, have a good grasp. Wow, Life Path 8 is kind of great. Okay. Okay. So now we're on Life Path 9. 19 minutes in. Humanitarian. Life Path 9 is a humanitarian. This is the last life path number. They usually say we have 9 lives. 9 lives. So then there's 9 life path numbers. So you have 9, you're living 9 cycles of your life. So this is the last life. When you're on the last life, you're humanitarian. Like you've learned everything you needed to learn. And this is, I'm going to explain what it is. Life Path 9, you like helping others. You have a compassionate spirit. Like Life Path 1, you are a born leader. You are very conscious and also a dreamer who wants peace. Like that's the ultimate goal, to be at peace, to be happy. But the whole world is large. Clearly, your desire for justice and fairness for all could lead you to becoming a lawyer or a judge or even a healer or environmentalist. Money made for the sake of wealth alone will leave you feeling unfulfilled. So you can have money, but it's like you want more than that. Like you want more than just money. Like you want something that's going to make you feel good. As a giver, using personal wealth and personal time is in an effort to better the lives of others brings both spiritual and monetary success. So, as in the last life, you will be successful having personal wealth, and it's like you've learned all your lessons. You've learned all your lessons. You've lived all these lives and you learned all your lessons. So you're a little bit of each. Like path 1, you're a born leader. You like helping others, compassionate spirit, conscious, like you're a dreamer. You like peace, desire for justice, fairness. You're like everything all in one. You're all of the life paths all in one. That's like the life path 9, humanitarian. So now we're going to go into the master numbers. There's only 3 master numbers. So for life path 11, that's master intuitive. That means that you're very, 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 very intuitive. You're highly sensitive and intuitive. You also connect with those in the spiritual realm quite easily. You could be a healer, a masseuse, energy therapist, or counselor. Once you found your specific gifts, you could use it to help others. You are related to life path 2 in partnerships, representing your connection between the spiritual world and the earthly world. Earthly material reality. You were born with a specific role to play in the life, and your challenge is to find exactly what that is. Avoid self-doubt in order to realize your gifts and fulfill your life path. So your life path is master intuitive. That's like psychic. Psychic, and you're highly sensitive. And connect to the spiritual world, because there are different realms. We don't talk about it because, and then they'll say, "Oh, she's crazy." That's not true. Or they always make movies about the spiritual world. You have Supernatural, you have the Vampire Diaries, or whatever. You have all these shows about the supernatural, vampires, well, werewolves, and the underworld, and all this stuff. But and then we don't believe in this stuff, and it's like, it's real. It actually exists. But the way the world is today, they don't want you to think that it's real, even when it does exist. So it's a lot of people are still sleeping. They're not awake to what the hell is really going on in the world. So they think that it's all fake. It's just a show. It's just TV. It's just, but it comes from something. Like, where did that idea come from? Why did they make it? They got it from somewhere. Anyway, life path 22. That is a master builder. You are arguably the most powerful master number. Ooh. Wow. You are very spiritual and compelled to help others succeed. That means that you like to help others. That's wonderful. Like, to help others succeed and be great and be wonderful. That's awesome. You are related to life path 4, a builder, but with double the magnitude. Your thoughts have the power to manifest in reality. So you're very strong. You're very strong, life path 22. So it's like sometimes you can think. When you think things, it comes into reality. Sometimes you can speak things and it comes into reality. You have to just know what you're doing, because we are all powerful. Words are spells. So you have to be careful how you speak, what you say. Because when you say things, you speaking it into existence. When you're negative, you speaking that negative thought into existence. That's why it's like, just stay positive. Speak good things. Be good. And just stay positive. Vibe high. And your life will be great. Trust me. The saying, "Be careful what you wish for," is a literal statement for life path 22. The dreams you want to realize take time and maturity, as though it's through living life that you find your true calling. Your challenge is to share your gift of vision with others, but then to let people use that knowledge to build their own dreams with your influence and not your control. Learn to become more flexible in order to begin to better align with the flow of life. So it's like you can help others, you can influence others, but it's not control. You cannot control people. You need to learn how to control yourself first. Once you know how to control yourself, master your emotions, your mind, no one can come in and mess it up. So it's like be careful what you wish for. It's like be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. So it's like when you speak things, when you think things, they usually come into reality. Life path number 22. Your thoughts have the power to manifest in reality, and you're very spiritual. So life path 22 is a very spiritual person. You are related to life path 4, but with double magnitude. So you're strong. Be careful what you wish for. The dreams that you want to realize take time and maturity. So everything takes time, but you steady with it, and it will flow for you. And you use your knowledge to build their own dreams and the gift of vision, so you can probably see a seer to align better with the flow of life. Like, okay. I'm going in 26 minutes. Oh my God. This is my longest video. Life path 33, master teacher. You are the rarest of the master numbers. Ooh. That's my number, 33. You may become a spiritual leader and teacher. You have unending energy, the combination of 11 and 22 master numbers. You're also related to life path 6, compassionate. And your core is that of a kind humanitarian. Personal ambition is not a factor, other than the ambition to focus on uplifting the energetic frequency of mankind. Wow. Because that's what I want to do. Like, that's why I started my channel. It was more to help others, give people insight, because a lot of people talk about the underworld. They talk about spirituality. We read cards, or you want to get a reading, or we talk about energy, but and then it's like a lot of stuff people just don't know. They don't know how to protect themselves. They don't know consequences of things. They don't know why things happen. So that's why I made my channel. It was more to create awareness of things. Where was I? The focus on uplifting the energetic frequency of mankind. That's why I always say vibe high and lead with love. It is possible that you enjoy cooking and find it a good way to relax after spending time on your lofty ambition of raising the consciousness of the earth inhabitants. You're unique, rare, and your gift should not be wasted. I do like to cook. Like, when I'm upset or I'm angry, I'll cook. I won't even eat it. I'll just cook it, and I feel better. It's stupid, but that's that. Let's see. Astrology plays an important role in your day-to-day life. The planets are responsible for your moods. So it's like you have to learn the planets, Mars, Mercury, Uranus, Pluto. Like, learn them. And then you'll learn the moon cycles. The moon cycles pertain to different planets. The Mercury's in retrograde. You want to know what that means. What does that mean? It's always in retrograde, and that's when things go haywire. And it's because Mercury is in retrograde. And you're not supposed to do any work during that time. Work. That's spiritual work. Because it's going to backfire. It's not going to work. Let me read this last paragraph, right? Astrology plays an important role in your day-to-day life. Planets are responsible for your moods, experiences, and more, which is why you should get a psychic astrology reading. Our astrology psychics can calculate your natal chart and tell you about the important dates in your life, past, present, and future, that will massively impact you. I'm going to include the Cafe Astrology, Astro Cafe. You can get your free personal birth chart, your natal chart. It'll tell you everything you need to know about yourself, and it's free. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. So I'm going to include that in the description box. Thank you for listening. I'm going to try to figure out like how can I put this like little tabs in there and to tab up like path 1, 2, 3, like how it goes. Thank you for listening to me. I just wanted to get on camera today. Lead with love, and we'll talk again later. Bye.